lovely to be here with you again today. I'm going to share with you my morning drink, my morning not coffee fix, because I no longer drink coffee on a daily basis. My body and my intuition just wasn't working well for me, so I had to come up with a drink that I was going to love to have when I'm, sitting at my computer checking my email or getting on social media with you lovely people. So I needed something that I could look forward to having, like I did coffee, but that wasn't coffee. And I'm going to share with you the drink that I have every morning. Actually, I'm going to share two options with you. The second one I sometimes have is a dessert after dinner if I'm not feeling satisfied. Okay, so here we go, recipe number one. You need a high-speed blender for this, for these recipes, by the way. So I'm going to start off with 2 cups of water. This water has been heated in the kettle, so be careful. So if you don't have a tea kettle, maybe water that's just under a boil. And then, also, just an FYI, you need to have a large mug. I love to drink a large mug in the morning. So you're going to need a mug that can hold at least about 18 ounces because it'll be full pretty much to the top. If you don't have a mug that size, it's okay. Just cut down the water to a smaller amount and it will actually just be a little richer. Okay, so we've got the 2 cups of heated water, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of Cacao Magic. It's by Philosophy, it's organic, it's a vegan protein and superfood powder, and I absolutely love it. I have no connection with them, I'm just sharing this with you because I truly love this product, and this is what I put in my morning drink most of the time. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It says that it's a natural mood lifter and energizer. It has 10 times the antioxidants of green tea. It fights bad cholesterol. It has more magnesium than 3 cups of broccoli, more calcium than a glass of milk, and it's high in sulfur, a beauty mineral. Okay, so I do 1 tablespoon of the Cacao Magic powder. So it's a nice little dose of protein in the morning as well. Okay, and then I like to add just a very tiny pinch of sea salt, so maybe a 1/16 of a teaspoon. And then I love cayenne powder, so you could do, I would say, 1 to 4 dashes depending on your taste. I like a lot of heat, so I do 4. And then I add 1 tablespoon of raw cashews, or raw cashew pieces. This is actually cashew pieces. And I like to do this to make the drink a little creamier. So adding the cashews would be instead of using a nut milk. That way it's just less ingredients, and I don't strain it or anything. It blends it up really well, so it's good and creamy. And if you wanted it to be even creamier, a really great thing to do would be to soak the cashews overnight first, which I did not do. So when I don't have soaked cashews, I just use them the way they are, and it still works okay too. And then the last ingredient going in this drink is 1 date, which you want to remove the pit. And then I like to chop it up just a little bit. I feel like it's a little easier for the blender. Although if you didn't, it would probably be okay too. So there you go. That's all that goes into this drink. Then you want to be careful when you blend a hot liquid. So you want to make sure some of the steam can escape. Be very, very careful. Sometimes I just like to leave the tiniest crack and start out slow before you increase the speed. Longer than I just did here. You're going to blend it for a good, probably full minute to really break up the cashews and the date. But so you don't have to watch me blend the whole time. So this is a really yummy morning drink that I love to have. I have it almost every morning. Okay, so I have to take a sip. Makes me happy. Okay, so the second recipe is if you don't have any cacao magic and you just want to use maybe ingredients you might already have in your pantry. And this is one I like to have at night as a dessert if I'm not feeling satisfied and I feel like, oh, I just need a little something more. So again, we're going to start with 2 cups of hot water if you have a nice large mug. And so this time we're going to use just cacao powder that you can find in pretty much any store. Any food store anyway. So I'm going to do just under a tablespoon, just a little bit less than a tablespoon. You could do a full tablespoon if you wanted. But then I'm also going to add a half teaspoon of maca powder, which is a superfood. Now this is completely optional. If you don't have any maca powder, then just go ahead and skip that. But I really like it, so I'm going to add it in there. And then again, I'm going to do a pinch of sea salt, about 1/16 of a teaspoon. And I'm going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, just a little bit. Really brings out the chocolate flavor. Okay, and then just like in the last drink, I do a tablespoon of cashew pieces to make it creamy, and if you have soaked cashews, go ahead and use those. Actually, most of the time, to be honest, I don't use soaked cashews, I just use them the way they come. And then, again, cayenne powder, if you like spice. Now you can totally skip this too and it would still be a delicious drink. So, 1 to 4 dashes depending on how much you like. And the last ingredient is 1 date. This is the natural sweetener that you've removed the pip from again and chopped up. And then throw that into the blender. Again, be careful because you're blending a hot liquid. You want to let some of that steam escape. Start out low. For a little bit longer than I did as well. So at least a minute till it's really well blended. The cashews are all broken up and creamy. And pour it into your huge mug. And if you've blended it really well, there shouldn't be any chunks or anything like that. And this makes a wonderful dessert. I really appreciate you watching this video with me. I hope this gives you some great ideas of a drink you can have that will make you really uplifted and happy and look forward to in the morning or in the evening that's not coffee for a change. Thanks for joining me. If you like this video, please do come over to givelovecreatehappiness.com where you can find much more from me and more videos. I hope you have a wonderful day.